Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Spoilers, Sonny's mental health spiral places Kristina and the baby in jeopardy. General Hospital spoilers hint that a dangerous situation could evolve in Sonny Corinthos's Maurice Benard world now that his bipolar medication has been tampered with. As Sonny has alienated himself from those closest to him looking at you, Jason Morgan Steve Burton, and Carly Spencer Laura Wright, it'll be hard for other loved ones to see the warning signs. Could this place Kristina Corinthos Davis Kate Mansi and the baby she's carrying in jeopardy? Spoilers reveal that in Kristina's world, the sun rises and sets on Sonny. The two have a beautiful daddy-daughter relationship, and Kristina is one of the very few people who has completely supported Sonny over the years, even during his marriage to Nina Reeves Cynthia Watros. She's also one of the few people he hasn't banished from his orbit. Still, without the proper dosage of his bipolar meds, Sonny will slowly spiral and do something completely out of character. It's always hard to watch these types of storylines, and the misunderstandings that surround them. However, Sonny will lose his mind and be a threat not only to himself but those who are closest to him. Valentine Cassadine tampering with the mobster's medication may be a means to an end, but whenever something of this nature occurs in soap opera storylines, the victims tend to be completely innocent in the situation. TJ Ashford Taj Bello recently had a conversation with Jordan Ashford Tanisha Harper about the concerns he has about Kristina being their surrogate, in light of who her dad is. She could be a target as someone close to Sonny, thus, threatening the health, safety, and well-being of the baby she is carrying. Was this conversation a way to foreshadow a disaster looming in Kristina's world that could affect the baby still, rather than a thug hurting Kristina? Could this dire circumstance come from the hands of her father? Could Sonny spiral so bad that he ends up hurting Kristina? Chime in on the discussion below. Catch the popular ABC soap each day to stay on top of the drama and visit this site often for the best General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Title: Tangled Fates, Sonny's Descent and the Shadows of Danger for Kristina and the Baby. In the heart of Port Charles, where the whispers of the past reverberate through the corridors of the present, the saga of Sonny Corinthos unfolds with a tumultuous turn, casting ominous shadows over the lives of those he holds dear. As the sun dips behind the skyline, its fading light illuminates the darkness lurking within Sonny's troubled mind. The day dawned with an eerie stillness, a foreboding calm that settled over the Corinthos estate like a heavy shroud. Sonny Corinthos, the formidable patriarch of the family, paced the dimly lit corridors, his mind a whirlwind of chaos and confusion. The weight of his past transgressions bore down upon him like a crushing burden, threatening to consume him whole. For weeks, Sonny had battled the demons that haunted his soul, grappling with the consequences of his actions and the lives he had shattered in his quest for power. But as each day passed, the darkness within him grew deeper, swallowing him whole until he was but a shadow of his former self. Kristina Davis, Sonny's beloved daughter, watched with growing concern as her father's mental state deteriorated before her eyes. Once the pillar of strength upon which the family relied, Sonny now teetered on the brink of collapse, his once unshakable resolve crumbling like sand between his fingers. Desperate to help her father reclaim the light that had been extinguished from his life, Kristina reached out to him, her voice a soothing balm in the midst of the storm raging within him. But Sonny, lost in the labyrinth of his own mind, could not hear her cries for help, his thoughts consumed by the darkness that threatened to consume him whole. As the days stretched into weeks, Sonny's descent into madness reached a fever pitch, his grip on reality slipping further with each passing moment. In his delirium, he lashed out at those closest to him, his words a venomous barb that pierced the hearts of his loved ones like a dagger. Amidst the chaos that engulfed the Corinthos estate, Kristina found herself facing an impossible choice: to stand by her father's side and risk losing herself in the process, or to turn her back on him and save herself from the darkness that threatened to consume them both. But as fate would have it, Kristina's decision was made for her in the cruelest of ways, as the fragile thread that held their world together unraveled before her eyes. It began with a knock on the door, a harbinger of tragedy that sent shockwaves reverberating through the Corinthos estate. Standing on the threshold was a stranger, his face obscured by the shadows of the night, his presence a chilling reminder of the danger that lurked beyond their doorstep. With a trembling hand, Kristina opened the door, her heart pounding in her chest as she braced herself for the storm that was about to descend upon them. And then, with a single word, the stranger shattered their fragile peace, sending their world spiraling into chaos. "Sonny," he said, his voice a low, menacing growl that sent shivers down Kristina's spine. "I'm here for what's mine." With those words, the stranger stepped into the Corinthos estate, his eyes ablaze with a fire that burned with an intensity that threatened to consume everything in its path. And in that moment, Kristina knew that their lives would never be the same again. For the stranger who stood before them was none other than Cyrus Renault, a powerful adversary whose reach extended far beyond the borders of Port Charles. And as he laid claim to what he believed was rightfully his, Kristina realized with a sinking heart that they were powerless to stop him. As the night wore on, the Corinthos estate became a battleground, a place where the forces of light and darkness clashed in a final, desperate struggle for supremacy. And amidst the chaos and confusion, Kristina found herself grappling with a truth that she had long sought to deny: that her father's descent into madness had placed them all in grave danger. With each passing moment, the shadows that had long lurked at the edges of their lives crept ever closer, their cold embrace threatening to extinguish the last flicker of hope that remained within them. And as Kristina looked into the eyes of the man she had once called father, she knew that their only hope lay in escaping the darkness that threatened to consume them whole. But as they made their desperate bid for freedom, they soon discovered that the road ahead was fraught with peril, with danger lurking around every corner. And as they raced against time to outrun the shadows that pursued them, Kristina realized with a sinking heart that their fate was no longer in their hands. For Sonny's mental health spiral had set into motion a chain of events that threatened to unravel the very fabric of their existence, leaving them teetering on the edge of oblivion. And as they stared into the abyss that lay before them, Kristina knew that their only hope lay in finding the strength to face the darkness head-on and emerge victorious, or risk losing everything they held dear in the process. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, casting its golden glow upon the world below, Kristina vowed to fight for their survival with every fiber of her being. For in the face of adversity, she knew that the bonds of family were the only thing that could withstand the test of time, and that together, they would emerge from the darkness stronger than ever before.